Thank you. And Andreas, thank you for joining.
Thanks for having me, Ryan.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to start at a very basic level here. What exactly is a CSD? I mean, I know what a clearinghouse is.
Yep.
What's the difference here between these two?
Well, CSDs, or Central Securities Depositories, which is the full name of it, actually provides, I would say, three main services. Mm-hmm. The first one is the initial registration of book entry instruments into the financial sort of ecosystem. Mm-hmm. It's also providing safekeeping opportunities through the account system. Mm-hmm. And finally, also the running and operating the settlement engine or settlement system. Mm-hmm. So compared to clearinghouses, I'd say that while clearinghouses gather the trades from the different trading participants, they build up positions, manage the risk, etc. Mm-hmm. The risk is actually eliminated on the CSD level, at the CSD level, as the actual securities and cash exchanges hands. So the final settlement, the finality of the trade occurs at the CSD level.
Okay, and are these, because there's CSDs in Europe, there's CSDs in Asia. I don't know of any in North America, or is that just me? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
there is a huge one in North America. So you have in the US you have DTCC.
Okay, so that works as a CSD.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. And I think the knowledge about CSDs is, as you say, or as you imply, a bit, it's not the best, maybe. Mm-hmm. And I think it depends on also the kind of account structure that you have in the market. Mm-hmm. So in the US, for example, you have an omnibus account structure, or you have an indirect holding model, as it's called. So you as a beneficial owner, the final investor, doesn't really come into contact with the CSD as such. While in other markets, like here in Sweden, or we also see some markets in Asia and other markets in South America, where you have a beneficial owner model, the actual beneficial owner has its account with the CSD, although it's managed by a participant, a bank or a broker. Right. So in that case, you come closer to the CSD as the beneficial owner, and you may know more about it potentially.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then given that they're everywhere, can anyone create a CSD, or is this done by only government bodies or exchanges, or how does it work? Like, how can if you wanted to start a CSD, what do you have to do?
Yeah, and that's a good question, and a lot of things have happened the last couple of years, I would say. When I joined the industry over 20 years ago, in the late 90s, there was a lot of legal monopoly around the CSDs. Mm-hmm. There was also partly or fully owned by the government, I would say. But that has changed, and now you see a lot of CSDs being part of vertical silos, together with the clearinghouse, if there's such, and the exchange. The legal monopoly is gone. And also in Europe, we have the CSDR implemented lately that also promotes new entrants and competition between CSDs. So in theory, yes, anyone could actually start a CSD, but I would say the hurdles to enter into the market is quite substantial still.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So just bringing it up to kind of where we're at now, like what's out there right now in terms of kind of like the trends within the world of CSDs, and maybe that's also a technology question too. Like, is there technology trends that are impacting CSDs, or what's your
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, like any other sort of infrastructure in the financial market, the CSDs have also had their part of regulatory initiatives and new regulations coming in the last, I would say, decade, since 2008. But as that has eased up a bit lately, I think CSDs are now more looking into how to evolve the business. And also looking a lot into fintech opportunities, what fintech can bring to the industry as such. I think focus for CSDs should be that they need to sort of find new disruptive business models, and then try to find the technology that support the new business model. And that's the challenge, I think, that CSDs are looking into. And also with all the new technology out there, I think you also have to look into the competence within the CSD. Because a lot of CSDs are currently running on quite old technologies as well.
I see. So you mentioned DLT. Like, is that one that's a technology that you see being especially important to the world of CSDs, or is that just one amongst many?
I think there's like a special relationship between the CSDs and blockchain technology, or DLT. 4 or 5 years ago, I think there was a fear among the industry that they would be sort of obsolete and DLT would sort of replace the need of a CSD. I think that fear has sort of diminished now, and I think CSDs are now looking into how DLT can actually help them provide new services or improve business processes, etc. DLT as such is a very sort of decentralized in its nature. And whether it will be disruptive or not for the CSD industry, I think it's too early to say right now. I think there are parts of the DLT or the blockchain technology that can support CSDs for sure, but we'll see. And we are still sort of exploring together with our clients, our CSD clients, to see find areas where we can sort of explore together and find the benefits of blockchain technology.
I see. Okay, so just about you mentioned on Nasdaq. Like, what are we doing as of right now, as in terms of the sort of CSD technology space? Are we what's been happening in our world?
So I'm happy to say that we quite recently gone live with our second generation of CSD solution in Indonesia last year, and we are currently in a number of delivery projects with other clients. And there's a huge interest around the world for our next generation of CSD solution. It's built on our Nasdaq Financial Framework platform. We don't see ourselves as only a tech provider. We see ourselves as their business partner. And we think that the way we have structured our solution is a way that will support our clients to evolve their business in the pace that they would like to move forward.
Okay, cool. All right, thank you much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Rewrite tomorrow.